Hello everyone, what's going on? And welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. As always, I hope that you're all feeling fantastic and having an awesome day. I appreciate each and every one of you who continue to support me. Today, my friends, we have got just one match. That being the Coppa Italia final up against Milan. Before we show you that though, if you missed the previous episode, go back, check it out to avoid spoilers, because I will be looking over the Serie A title race as well, and you'll see how the table is in a moment. So if you've not yet seen the episode, go back, check it out, because Milan have been proving to be quite a difficult opponent for us this season, are one of the sides who actually are fighting for the title in Serie A at the moment, and of course did hold top spot. So yeah, right, standings. Here is the final then. We will be playing Milan today, but how did both sides get here? Well, we start, I'll tell you what, let's go way back to round 3, which actually neither side were in. Is it round of 16 we joined, I assume? Yep, so round of 16, Milan beat Regina. We faced up against Cagliari and won by a goal to nil. That took us to the quarterfinals, where we ended up playing Sassuolo, relying on penalties to get through to the semi-finals, but also so did Milan. They had to beat Roma on penalties. The semi-final, though, saw us face Udinese. We won 7-1 on aggregate over the two legs, and Milan beat Napoli 2-0 to reach the final. So that is exactly the run-in, and we know what Milan will bring to this final. And just quickly, as for the Serie A, again, if you've not seen the previous episode, then I've spoiled it right here. But to say that we weren't top at the start of the previous episode, well, we are heading into the penultimate game of the season, which I don't think we'll get into today. I imagine the cup final will be the only game of today's video. We head into the penultimate game, 5 points clear of second place Milan. So essentially, win the match against Hellas Verona and we're champions. And because this is the only match of the day, we will be playing longer minutes per half. So 2 teams on your screen. Milan are without Evan Ilson, as he did pick up an injury in the previous fixture we played against Milan, and he's out. So Donyell Marlin starts up front for them. Jose Gaia starting at right wing. If I'm not mistaken, his usual position is left back. So quite surprised by their team choices. For us, though, you probably would expect to see this starting 11. Myself, Chiesa, Vlahovic up front, De Jong, Fernandez, Zakaria in the midfield, Hickey, Timber, Hermoso, João Mario, and Velasco in goal. Right, let's win the Coppa Italia, and then let's do the double next episode with the league title as well, please, Juventus. Milan will prove a tough opponent, though. Vlahovic gets the ball rolling for this final, as both sides will be confident heading into game. You could say that form is with us right now. Milan, of course, have hit a bit of a blip in terms of their recent form, losing out top spot of Serie A to us. But until that point, they did actually beat us in the previous fixture we played against them by the goal to nil. And that's a bit fortunate here, as I'm not sure why the free kick has been given, because I was through on goal. But anyway, the referee decides to give the free kick rather than letting me play on. I was through and surely would have scored. Advantage was played. That's an interesting call by the referee, and he will have to answer the questions to that as we try a knuckleball, which is kept out by the goalkeeper. But yeah, the referee will have questions to answer about why the play was pulled back there. I understand the advantage given, but we were in. And from this Juventus corner, we can see what we can do with it. It's into the middle. Gavadio gets it away, as we will pick up the loose ball then and find it back to Frenkie de Jong. De Jong into the area of Milan, across the face of goal. It's deflected, I think, off of Skriniar, but Federico Chiesa smashes Juventus 1-0 in front, and inside 4 minutes it's disastrous for Milan, but it's jubilation for the old lady, who take the lead after a positive quick start in this one. We saw straight from kickoff, we put the pressure on Milan, and you can see right here as the shot comes through, it is deflected off of the hand, no less. But it's in the net by Chiesa, who will be given goal credits. And Juve have made the best possible start to this final. Here is Donyell Marlin looking for Gaia. That's a lovely ball. And Gaia can take it inside onto that favoured left foot of his. He picks out Traore! What a save by Velasco, but it doesn't matter, because on the rebound, Traore has put Milan back on level terms. And that was a moment of brilliance from Velasco. And you've got to say, Juventus, they've done it once more. They just fall asleep. It's brilliant. by Gaia, who's picked out wonderfully by Daniel Marlon. Cuts back on that favoured left foot. Finds a beautiful ball into the middle. And Traore's first attempt is saved onto the post. But he reacts quickest out of anyone inside that Juventus penalty area. Gets his reward. And it is 1 apiece in this Coppa Italia final after 18 minutes. Hermoso forward towards Fernandez. Now to Vlahovic. Vlahovic finds myself. And as we try to get into the Milan penalty area, which we are able to do, we will shoot as well at that near post and force the save. And there is a sight of goal after the score was evened up by Milan. The first sight of goal we've had since the equaliser, I meant to say, as again, we're found, and this time the shot will be blocked. Milan seem quite happy sitting behind the ball after getting their equaliser, inviting the pressure and looking to counter-attack, which we've dealt with thus far okay. Lundstrom now then, finding the ball forward. Kasunu, big save, Velasco. Massive save. I said they were happy sitting behind the ball, inviting the pressure, looking to counter, and they were very nearly 2-1 in front. And other than our chance that you saw, Vlaco Dimos save at his near post, we haven't really warranted going back in front. And as I run forwards here, there is so many Milan players behind the ball as opposed to Juventus players. The pass from me was terrible. However, half-time, it is 1-1, and it's a first half that hasn't really got going from either side. We had a fantastic early start. I thought it was going to be one of those games which then you just saw chance after chance, and it's not panned out like that yet in the first 45 minutes. Marlon, Lindstrom. It's as we were for the second half. No changes for either side. Kasunu now then trying to get into the Juventus penalty area. Lindstrom's efforts. Velasco denies him. And if you look at match facts, I think that means that Milan have gone ahead in terms of shots and chances created, because Velasco's now made 2 pretty big saves in the game for us. Final 15 minutes of the game now, and both sides, I think, are on ultra attacking. We are for certain, and I believe that Milan have just gone to it as well. That ball was loose by myself as I give it away. I've got to try and redeem myself now to win back possession for Juventus. Velasco into the area, across the face of goal. Fortunately, I get away with that. My bad. That is not an error you want to be making. I was just going to say that both sides playing really cautiously, tentatively now, because of the fact they don't want to make a mistake that leads to defeat. And there I was, making a crucial error to give away possession. The ball through is there, and it's another big moment by Velasco. He has been Juventus' hero in this second half. We saw him make a save in and around the 50th minute. I say he's been a hero. He's made 2 big saves in the second half, 1 in the first half. But that's 3 total now, and Milan will be probably wondering what more they need to do to score, because Velasco's pulled off 3 outstanding moments for Juventus. Vlahovic's ball looking to find me, and is this the moment to break away as we're looking to run at them? The answer is yes. What has just happened to Milan's defence? I mean, I don't really care, because it means we're through to score, but I have major question marks. And you can go back and watch that, because I actually have no idea what he does. In fact, you know what? Let's look at this in the instant replay, because if that's the goal that wins Juventus the Coppa Italia trophy, then wow. Initially, phenomenal save by Velasco. Corner comes in, but then as you can see, we clear it. Vlahovic with a ball through. I know I've got the pace. As soon as I get away here and it's a 1v1, the player on the halfway line has to start travelling back towards goal, because I'm already in my stride at this point. Do not close me down. He takes a step forward there. At that point, it is too late. I'm in my stride. I'm gone. What he had to do was set off back towards goal immediately, not take this step forward there. He had to try and buy time for his team to get back behind the ball, because at that time, I was away. Poor decision making, but still, I think it should not have happened. And Milan, they have got 5 minutes to salvage this. Velasco, brilliant save. We got the goal when it mattered. And we are heading to the Coppa Italia trophy. Velasco, now then towards Gaia, finding Lindstrom. Lindstrom for Milan. He's intercepted. De Jong finds Vlahovic. Vlahovic finds Schuler. Back the way of Vlahovic. Now Zaniolo. Zaniolo picks me out. Gvardiol's with me here, but you can see I'm just too quick for him as we are around Gvardiol. Back into the middle for De Jong. And in the end, his shot goes wide. He wasn't the intention. I was looking for Vlahovic, but his run took him too close to goal. I had to find a different cutback in the end. They go long with the goal kick, but it's straight back with Juventus. Vlahovic is trying to find his way through. We will pick him out with the ball there as he looks to place it. Oh, it's off the inside the post. Dusan Vlahovic nearly sealing the deal for Juventus. And now the break could be on for Milan. Doniel Marlon to try and take them forward. He's got 2 minutes of added time here to try and find a chance. And by the way, we are still on ultra-attacking. Tonali gets there first. Hermoso gets there. And that ball from Stevanovic will not find its way through. Hermoso has got possession, and surely that's it. It is indeed. Juventus will win in the most bizarre of fashions. The Coppa Italia has been secured. Velasco, we had to rely on him during the game, and he pulled off 3 outstanding saves for us to lift this trophy. Usually, I would do the cup final as the only game of the episode. And I know I said that this would be the only game of today's video, but because of the fact that it didn't have the most highlights in the world in it, and we only have one more game to go if we win against Hellas Verona to secure the Serie A title, I actually think I might go ahead and just play the game here, because we could seal the title right here today. And then that means from next episode, we potentially have our new team. And I want to make the episode a bit longer. I don't want it to be too short. So we are going to go ahead, play Hellas Verona right here, and see if we can secure the Serie A title with this game. A victory, and we've done it. That's all we need. And then we can move on to our next chapter. And here is the team that Juventus have gone with to secure the Serie A title. Victory here against Hellas Verona. And we do the double. Let's get into game. Zakaria into the middle for De Jong. Now forwards for Vlahovic. And fresh off the back of that Coppa Italia victory, Juventus will be looking to score early on and make sure that they take control of this game. Zakaria with a strike. It is blocked, but the ball will fall my way. We'll play back the way of Aaron Hickey. This is good pressure put on almost immediately by Juve. What a ball that is! And Dusan Vlahovic has scored in the 8th minute of the game. And Juventus lead. And that goal, as things stand, is the goal that gives them the title. Hickey, forward to myself, off towards Fernandez. 1-2 is brilliant with Enzo Fernandez. We've got Vlahovic, we've got Chiesa. We pick out Chiesa. Vlahovic, who was just offside, which is why Chiesa could not pass him the ball. As I think there, Haynes actually wins it off me. It's good work by the Hellas Verona man, but I actually wanted to play the pass out for some reason. Just didn't control the ball quick enough. That's a nice ball over the top here to Carizzo. Inside for Haynes. Off to Embolo. And Castiles pulls off his first save of the game. And he had to be alert to it because that was a really good effort from Breel Embolo. Well, as a title win goes, this was a quiet game. And not a lot going on. But that's fine with me because it looks like, my friends, we are going to also secure the Serie A title. What on earth am I doing there? I should have looked a shot. I was trying to be selfless and play the ball. And now we can maybe look to try and place it. That time I probably should have passed. My decision-making not on point today. That's a fantastic ball through, though. And Vlahovic hits the side netting. Yep, that phase of play from me was not great. Zaniolo on for Vlahovic, whose goal looks to have given Juventus the league title here. 5 minutes to play at the Allianz Stadium. Just imagine if Hellas Verona score now, though. Just imagine that. And then Milan win elsewhere, and the title race goes to the final game of the season. Could you even think about that for a second? Well, that's not good from us, because now Renato Sanchez has a chance to shoot! And Castiles! I for a second there, thought I was going to literally commentator's curse it, but thankfully Castiles stops the goal from being a thing. The goalkeeper's up, by the way. What an effort by Sanchez. What a save by Castiles. And as we know, Hellas Verona's goalkeeper up the field of play to join the corner. I was trying to get back there. I saw where the ball was going, but for some reason, it was too slow getting there. Castiles clears away, and that is full time at the Allianz Stadium. Juventus 1, Hellas Verona 0. means that we have done the double. And as we leave Juventus, we have secured back-to-back Serie A titles. Let's enjoy this moment, my friends, before we move on to our next team, our next chapter of the My Player journey. And even though they won by 2-1, Milan's win at Monza does not matter for the title because Juventus are champions. And we'll see in just a moment us sat with the trophy. No, we can see us win the Coppa Italia though. There we are with that trophy. But yeah, double done. And now there is one more game to play between now and the end of the season. What is the player stats looking like right for the moment? Because, well, myself and Vlahovic both on 29 goals. So although the game does not matter in terms of the result, I am going to play this as it will be our final game as a Juventus player to see if myself or Vlahovic will lift the golden boot. And what I'll then do is sign the episode off there. And then we will look at what's gone on at the start of the next video. And then, fingers crossed, we'll have a new team. But we'll have to wait and see who makes a transfer offer for us. Right, final game as the Juventus player is right here. It's Udinese away. Don't have to worry about the result, but there is that golden boot to still fight for as we've been called up for the European Championships with England. Zakaria forward to Vlahovic, finding De Jong. De Jong back the way of Vlahovic. Now Chiesa, good save. But Chiesa really shouldn't have taken it backwards. I don't know why he did. And that probably lost him the chance. It was a good piece of goalkeeping. Corner ball swung in at pace. As Jurrien Timber collects the loose ball, finds Vlahovic, and that goal moves him on to 30 for the season. And as of right now, he leads the Golden Boot race. Fernandes, I am in a central position for some reason, but it's working out here because we've now got possession. And we found Chiesa, who's found Vlahovic, who has turned and played Fernandes. And somehow it's not 2-0. The save initially made by the goalkeeper from Chiesa in the early stages, brilliant. That one, exceptional. Another Juve corner. We scored from the other one. What will we do this time around? Chiesa! There's the second. And for all of the brilliance of Udinese's goalkeeper, they are 2-0 down. De Jong. I've made the move. De Jong's found Fernandes. He's found Vlahovic. Vlahovic into the box of Udinese. Cuts it across. Our control is decent as we have still got possession but can't find a way through. Vlahovic. Zakaria to Chiesa. Falls back the way of Zakaria. Somehow the ball is with Federico Chiesa and he's got Juventus' third. Tenacious work by Dennis Zakaria. And Chiesa finds himself with a glorious chance and finishes. 3-0. Dada forwards, finding Gomez. Gomez tackled by Dragusin. Aaron Hickey plays it back the way of Dragusin. And we have now got half an hour remaining in our Juventus career. Can we get a goal to finish off our time here? Well, we can also set up Federico Chiesa for a hat-trick. And that is his match ball to take away. You know I'm in the Golden Boot race, but at the same time, Chiesa being on a hat-trick, I had to play him through. He was in acres of space. Vlahovic. Chiesa's through the middle. Vlahovic will play me instead as we cut in on the left foot. And you can see we're into the final 15 minutes. Vlahovic, he's gone back. For someone in a Golden Boot race as well, that's also a very interesting decision. Well, we've got a goal to sign off our time with Juventus. It is now Juve 5, Udinese 0. And I think that goal puts us level with Vlahovic in the Golden Boot race. Fernandes, forward to Zaniolo, who has just come on for Vlahovic, which does, of course, mean if I score now, then I will be given the golden boot. But Brahim Diaz is in. Good save again. Udinese's goalkeeper does not deserve to have conceded 5 today, but he has. And Chiesa's hat-trick mixed in with the goals from Vlahovic and myself with goals. I meant to say with goals. Does mean we do pick up the victory in our final game, and that is going to be the end of our Juventus career. Who's won the golden boot? I think it's shared between myself and Vlahovic now. Both have 30 for the season. Milan in the end as well did draw with Cagliari on the final day, so more points dropped from them. And we can take a look then. Well, European Championships draw's been made. That's the group we will play in with England. We'll talk about that at the start of next episode, as we will go through as well how our previous teams got on and go through all of the, Champions League winners, Europa League winners, Conference League winners, and all of that. For the moment, though, let's take a look at the final standings of Serie A. Then we will look at the award winners before I sign off the episode. So, 7 points the gap. And in the end, Inter finished second over Milan. So, it did matter that they drew on the final day against Cagliari, as they do end up finishing third. Roma down in fourth. As I'm scrolling down, you'll see who is where in the table. Napoli, who look like they're going to lift the Serie A title in real life, down in 10th. That is not a good season from them. Monza, Venezia and Spezia all relegated to the second tier of Italy. I said I'd show you the Champions League next episode. So, in the news now, we should have our award winners. So let's take a look at who has won what. Team of the tournament. Who is in the team of the tournament? As it pops up on screen, we are in it. Vlahovic as well. Martinez, De Jong, Traore, Velasco, Dest, Timber, Schlotterbeck, Jamas and Cragno. Golden Boot winner went to myself. 30 goals in 38. But I think Vlahovic also had 30. We also got 24 assists, which is a remarkable season again. Goalkeeper of the tournament, Castiles. Player of the tournament, yours truly. Happy with that. We sign off our time with Juventus as a double winner, doing the Coppa Italia and the Serie A, added to the Serie A we won in our first season. I do want to look very quickly and see if Vlahovic did, in fact, finish on 30 goals this year. Pretty certain he did. Where is the Serie A player stats? Coppa Italia. We actually scored the most in that as well. So there we go. He did finish on 30. So we'll call it a joint Golden Boot winner. He also got the most assists. Phenomenal season from Vlahovic, in all honesty, and could have so easily won the player of the tournament. So I think he'll be disappointed he hasn't got it. So yeah. Regardless, it's been a fun couple of seasons here with Juventus, but I'm still in search of that first Champions League trophy. We've already won the World Cup as a player. No Champions League yet, though. So our next move is hopefully going to be a team that allows us to win the Champions League. Until next time, my friends, stay safe. Have a great day. Have a great evening. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. 500 likes would be absolutely awesome. If you aren't around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. Activate the notification bell as well to make sure you don't miss an upload. And I shall see you all for the next episode of My Player Career Mode very, very soon. Adios!